in the junk. Well, I got a lot of help from cows too, but there's all this old machinery parked along the river, and I'm trying to come up with a drag for the David Bradley, and I've got the broken, two sections of drag here that I think I can make one like a 3, maybe 4 foot wide, and use only 3 bars instead of 4. But I'm going to have to strip parts off of both of these. Well, I'm actually going to strip them down completely and make one new out of the parts that I have here. Just much smaller, kind of compress it. But I think I've got everything I need to make one that way. Well, there's a shooting range right over there, and somebody is playing with pistols. And the cows evidently want to be fed because they're all following me around. But there is also, way back there, an old disc. But that thing is so overgrown. It's parts of an old disc. So my brother's going to come down here with a tractor when he feeds these cows and take the fence down and drag that thing out of there. It's got 7 blades on it and a lot of extra iron. It's kind of been stripped, but I think there's enough there that I can make a 6-disc out of it for the David Bradley. There's another disc laying further back along the river, but that one's in too nice a shape. I don't want it, this one is stripped. That one is pretty much complete. It's like one bolt broke on it. So that's better to save. There's a bobsleigh buried there. A wagon buried there. You can kind of see as time went on, the older equipment is here, and then as it gradually goes that way, it gets to be the newer equipment. Well, but even the newest ain't that new. But there is a real good dump rake back there too that a guy should get out of here. Because the problem is you got to get stuff out of here now before this gets planted. Because then, it's stuck back here. There's no other way to get back here. Plenty of packers. I think there's 3 sets of packers. But ain't got much use. It'd be interesting to play around with them. But therefore, around here what they used to do is they'd plow, and behind the plow they'd pull a little pony drill, and behind the pony drill they'd pull a packer. And that's all they do every year. It was instead of making a whole bunch of steps, they do it in one step. But the width of that stuff was small. So you figure you start on a field like this, by the time you get done with that field, the first stuff is starting to come up. But the drag sections, I think I can do something with them. And a guy really, like some of these old binders that they're nothing but bits and pieces, the guy really should scrounge the iron out of them. There's a lot of good steel rods and stuff. Well, you could make some real interesting creations out of that stuff, but they're too far gone to be repairable. This planter now, that wouldn't be so bad. Somebody stole the covers off and they stole the seat off it. But a nice little 2-row planter. That would be repairable. But there's quite a few of them around. Even that combine could be repaired. The galvanizing seems to have held the tin up pretty well, but the drag is what I'm after today, and hopefully my brother can drag that disc out of there. And hopefully, it's so buried that the discs that are on there, it's hard to see. I don't know, like when you roll it over, the bottom of the disc might be gone. They might have completely rotted off. I gotta get them critters away from my gear.